I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. S. Selvam, for a nice introduction. And I am thankful to Mr. M. Gnanasankar for inviting me as a guest, chief guest in this inauguration session, and also congratulate him for this nice and great initiative towards helping TNSET aspirants and people who want to crack TNSET, that is Tamilnadu SET 2024. I have prepared slides how to prepare and what should you have to avoid and what you have to be careful during preparation, because you have I think 2 3 months for preparation. As a proposed examination date is I think June 3 to 25. So I am sharing my screen for a nice talk and for a nice briefing on how to study and go deep inside on basics knowledge. I am thankful to Professor Mahadevan because he put a light on what should you have to study, how you have to study, and how you have to grow in basics knowledge. So my presentation, that is my talk, is basically on 2 3 points. That is how you have to prepare. So before starting, I want to put a light. What is your overview of TNSET exam? So as I think all of you know that it is a computer-based exam, and each pattern is it's 3 hours plus 2 hours based. That is 3 hours for common paper and 2 hours for your subject specific, that is mathematics-based paper. So in common paper, I will show a syllabus, what will be its syllabus, and for paper 2, as it is mentioned in your notification that subject syllabus will be equivalent or same as a CSIR-NET, but I will explain how it is different and how you have to prepare. Okay, and one thing also I would like to explain that in this examination, you have total 50 questions for common paper and total 100 questions for your mathematics paper. And all questions are of 2 marks. So for 50, you will get 100 marks if you solve correctly. And for mathematics, you will get 100 marks. 200 marks if you solve correctly. And one of the positive point for you is that there is no negative marking. So you have to try your best. You have to give your best, and also you have to follow Professor Mahadevan's talk. Whatever he have said, how you have to clear your basics. That is very important for preparation of any examination. Either you are appearing in CSIR-NET or TNSET or any TRB or any examination. So you have your basics should be clear. Otherwise, you will face a lot of difficulty when you will sit in an examination. You started solving. As maybe you have seen some of the questions of CSIR-NET. Nowadays, questions difficulty is a little bit higher than earlier. So if your basic is clear, you can easily crack the examination. So for paper 1, that is common paper, it is not a specific, that is, it is a general knowledge or research aptitude based. If you have seen paper of CSIR-NET, then there is a part A where they used to ask total 20 questions, out of which you have to solve 15 questions. So this paper 1 is equivalent to that part, and paper 2 is equivalent to part B plus part C of CSIR-NET. And here is your syllabus. So in your notification, it is mentioned that syllabus for this examination will be same as CSIR-NET. But one thing I wish to clear that this is the pattern of CSIR-NET. Just giving 1 minute on this. That in CSIR-NET there is 3 hours for examination to solve the questions, and total number of questions to solve in 3 hours is 60. Where part A, that is which is in TNSET is a common paper. Here in this case it is 15, and for mathematics it is 45. So in 3 hours you have to solve total 60 questions, and in your examination you have to solve total of 100 questions in 2 hours. Will in CSIR-NET we have to solve a total of 60 questions in 3 hours. So you can easily observe that it may be possible that questions level will be very low, not very low, but on average that you can solve within 1 minute. But CSIR-NET question is not of that level that you can solve within 1 minute. Maybe some 1 or 2 question is that kind which you can easily solve. But in case of most of the questions are usually you to take 1 to 2 minutes to solve and reach on the correct answer. So here I have concluded that for this examination, that is TNSET examination, your question is of easy level, which can be solved within 2 hours. Within 2 hours you can solve 100 questions. So what should be questions level? I have a previous year question of 2017 which I will display. Okay, so for practice I will come on it. So your proposed examination is June 3 to 25. So from that date, from today to that date, it is around 2 months for your preparation. Okay, so how you will prepare? So on this point, I will explain that as we used to learn many things from our basics and our MSc and BSc course, but this time we have to apply those concepts. So in my opinion, you do not need to go too much deep concept insights. Sometimes you have to skip the questions. Sometimes you have to skip the deep theory. But your basics should be much more clear. So here, we have to make a plan that we have only 2 months. That is around 60 days. And in this 60 days, you have to cover a lot of syllabus. Here I have. No problem. Simply syllabus of CSIR-NET is here I have displayed. This is the syllabus of CSIR-NET and the number of questions used to ask. But this pattern will be not followed in your examination. They definitely they mentioned that the syllabus will be equivalent to CSIR-NET. But in my opinion, as I have observed the questions and time and all the things whatever connected to the CSIR-NET and other. So here is a number of questions. For example, they used to ask here I have mentioned number of questions for CSIR-NET used to ask in these topics. But these topics are number of questions varies from these topics in TNSET. Okay, so first you have to make some strategy like what should you have to study and now what is number of questions which is to ask in your examination. So for example, I have here opened the question paper of TNSET of 2017. So here look on the first question or second question. So it is asking talking about the neighborhood and subset of some numbers. So for this, if your basics is clear, you can take at most 1 to 2 seconds to solve this question. As Professor Madhavan explained that how to what is basics, what is relations, how many relations. For that for that purpose, you have to make a quick revision notes. Here I have mentioned in that first you along with your study whatever you to talk in this session in this lecture series which is started by Professor Gnanasankar to help you. So after this study or along with your study, just try to make a quick revision note. What should be its structure? I will show it. And second thing will be its your time management. And as sir has said that many of participants are working people, like some of are working as assistant professor, some are working as a researcher. So definitely there is some time problem. So in 24 hours, at least you have to give 5 to 6 hours. If there is much problem, then you can at least fix 4 hours to work on this examination and for preparation. At least you have to manage. So your time management should be strict, and a selection of topics, which topics you have to study. Suppose your algebra is very strong, or you are focusing too much time on solving problems of abstract algebra or linear algebra, but you have to keep in mind that number of questions is fixed for any topics. For example, just I am showing for CSIR-NET. Suppose you are studying for example numerical analysis. Okay, so in CSIR-NET it is used to ask at most 3 questions till from 2011 to 2022. So this structure is also used to follow in TNSET, that if you are choosing any topic, then give a time according to that topic. If they used to ask 1 or 2 questions, then give 3 to 4 hours on that topic. If it is used to ask, for example, if your linear algebra is very important for examination, then just give more than means your partition should be like that. If number of questions is more, then you have to give more time on that topic. And if number of questions is less, then you have to give less number of topics. But you have to also keep in mind that you have to first give preference of those topics where which is easy for you. Like suppose that you are very unaware about, or you are weak in functional analysis or topology, just skip this topic and first prepare those topics. Suppose you are comfortable with linear algebra, so first start with linear algebra, okay, and try to solve as much as problems of previous year questions. For practice, here I have displayed. First start to solve previous year questions of TNSET. I think last examination was in 2017. So try to search questions papers from Google of previous years, like if there is any in 2000 before 2017. And once completing them, then come on the CSIR-NET. But for CSIR-NET, I will suggest that do not try all the questions. Only try those questions which can be solved within a 1 minute or at most 30 seconds. So if you analyze the question paper, I have done analysis on it. So if you analyze the question paper, you observe that questions of 2011 or 12 or 13 are much more easier than compared to recent question papers. If you start or if you try to solve a question paper of recent years, like 2021, 22, 23, then you will get to know that these days questions are based on multiple concepts. Suppose you know something, but whenever you start solving, maybe you can discard one or two questions. But when you solve, then there may be possible that one or two question options may be left, so you cannot conclude about that question. But if you go through the 2011 or 12 or 13 question paper, then you can easily solve them. So you have to start questions of CSIR-NET from 2011 on. One, you have to only try easy questions, not all the questions or not all hard questions, okay. And then once you complete the CSIR-NET easy question, then come on the previous year questions of the GATE, okay. There are many questions of GATE which are equivalent to CSIR-NET, but along with your preparation or practice, keep syllabus alongside along with you, so that you cannot divert your topic. Maybe you know that some of the topics of GATE are different from CSIR-NET. So these suggestions are just for your preparation, and after it you can also try some other state SET examination, like Kerala SET or Karnataka SET, etc. I have, for example, I have prepared for Himachal Pradesh SET examination, and for preparation, I have not gone through the any books, because for preparation, your time is also important. For here, as you have 2 months, for in 2 months you have to clear a lot of theory. So if you start studying in deep, then it is not possible to cover all the questions. So again, one question arises, how we have to prepare. Okay. Sorry. So here, one of the important thing is your time management and selection of topics. In selection of topics, you have to start with those topics with which you are familiar and comfortable, and go and try to skip those subjects which are hard for you. Make a strict time management, that you have to strictly give 4 to 6 or 8 hours for preparation of it. And along with your preparation, also make a quick revision. As Professor Mahadevan explained about the relations, here I have made a short notes. Means whenever you are going, whenever you have to go to examination, like for TNSET or TRB or for any examination, so just you have to look on these results. Okay, if we have given a set A and another set B, then what should be total number of subsets of this A? Or if there will be asked like what should be number of relations, or what should be reflexive relation or symmetric, etc. So you have just look on it and you can recall your results. So just make this type of results. Okay, I am just coming to this question paper. This question is of Tamilnadu SET 2017. So first question is asking about a neighborhood. So if your basic concept is clear about what is neighborhood, how we used to identify, so you can easily solve the question. For example, it is asking about a neighborhood of 3. So we know that if we have X and we are asking or discussing about its neighborhood, so suppose that there is a epsilon positive, so X minus epsilon and X plus epsilon, this type of neighborhood of X are like this. This is an interval. So here in this question, you observe that we are talking about a neighborhood of 3. So it also contains 3, but in this only this can be skipped, and in between first, third, second, and third, you observe that 3 lie in between this interval, but here it is on boundary. So if you make a sub epsilon positive, then it may be possible that like this is our 3 and this is our 6 and this is neighborhood. So if you make a neighborhood, then this point will be outside its neighborhood. So this interval cannot be a neighborhood. So this type of basic concepts you need to solve the previous so to solve the TNSET problems. You do not need much more deep knowledge. Only first you have to focus on basic knowledge, and then how you have to apply them. For example, this is second one is an example of a question of a series. So here in this, I think screen is clear. So this is a finite series. So we know that any finite series is a convergent. So directly this option will be third will be true. But assume that this, if in place of alpha, if it is infinite, then observe that this is a oscillating sequence, oscillating series, because its finite sum will be either 0 or 1. So you can directly hit first option because it oscillates, that is, it gives us some 0 or 1, which is a finite. So it oscillates finite. So just it is based on a basic concept. Okay. And along with basic, you need to know how you have to apply. So as per my experience, I used to, whenever I have to go or appear in any examination, I first give preference to previous year questions. And once I finish previous year questions, then come on the a little bit harder problems. Like if we are going to appear in a SET examination, then first we have to try some other states SET examination question paper also. Then once clear it, then come on the CSIR-NET question paper, then come on the GATE question paper. This is the pattern I used to follow. And in my first attempt, I cleared CSIR-NET, JRF, I cleared Himachal Pradesh SET examination, I cleared GATE. So my suggestion will be first try to solve PYQ, and maybe you will get difficulty that what is concept of neighborhood or what is concept of series. Then in that case, you have to refer the textbook. So as a Professor Madhavan explained, here I have displayed some of the list where one of the means best or you can say that easy or understandable book is by Malik and Arora. It is famous in North India, and maybe you people know about Malik Arora's book, which is by name Mathematical Analysis, and in it is one of the good book. And if you talk about some other books, then it is good for concept, but for practice you have to choose those books where number of problems are given more and more. And in my opinion, you do not need to follow any standard book, just follow whatever you have studied in your MSc or BSc, or just follow your local author's book. It may be possible that 1 or 2% may be error or wrong or something, but that is sufficient for you, because local author's book are written in a manner such that you can easily understand, and it is like a notes. So these are some examples of a textbook. You can easily get them from internet. And whenever you got stuck, just for real analysis, one of the best book for basics is by Sherbert and Bartlett. It is used to teach in BSc. So you can also follow these books for basics, but only to those points where you are getting stuck, not to go into more and more theory, because you have time limitation, and in that time you have to cover a lot of things. Okay, so keep these books only for reference. Reference if you are unable to get the things that what is it, and or you don't know. And I am coming to, like, for example, this is the question of convergence. So how you have to make question, I have mentioned in our PPT. So this is this type of, you have to prepare your short notes. Just make some collection of what which is the series for series test for convergence. I have mentioned here, just showing 30. So here I have mentioned some test, like for test of a series, infinite series. It is one of the famous test is P test. One of the test is Leibniz test, which is usually used for a alternating series or conditionally convergent. Cauchy second test, Astral test is basically for a sequence, where star test it is also for the sequence and a radius of convergence, this type. And comparison test, ratio. These are famous test, comparison or ratio or Dirichlet root test. So if you make your own short notes, you can easily revise your concept, and once if you forget the concept, just look on your quick revision and you get to know that, oh, this is the result and we have to follow this. So you can quickly revise your all the concept within 1 hour or 2 hours before examination. So here I have mentioned some of the tests for convergence, and as in your question, it is talking about the radius of convergence. So you have to know that how you have to solve the question of radius of convergence, how you have to find the limit. so here I have mentioned just showing. Here I have mentioned some results for radius of convergence. So first you have to understand and just make this type of notes that okay, this is the series and its radius of convergence is r. Then radius of convergence for equivalent, like this is any polynomial. For example, consider n to the power something, n to the power 5 or n square plus 5 like this. Then its radius of convergence will be again 1. So in this question, suppose this is your question, and if you write in series form, then it will be like this. Okay, so how you have to solve? Just I am giving how you have to solve. So just take this data as a capital X. So your summation will be like capital X by n, and it is power n, where capital X is your x plus 0.2. Okay, so we know that in denominator it is a polynomial. So clearly we know that if polynomial is involved in the series, either in numerator or denominator, then its radius of convergence is clearly 1. So this type of results you can easily use if you have made your own quick revision notes. Like here I have prepared a quick revision notes. It is these results are applicable for complex and real also. So you have to also connect your concept, whatever you are studying in real or complex, how complex results are applicable on real, or how real concept are applicable on complex numbers. So these are some strategy you have to follow. But in conclusion, I will say that if you are preparing for a competition, give preference to the PYQ, that is previous year questions of that examination. Once you complete those, then come on the other examination and make your quick revision notes. It is my strong suggestion. And do not go to the much more deep concept on any subject, and restrict yourself on each of the topics and fix time for each topics. For example, if you are preparing, this is this chart is for CSIR-NET, not for TNSET, but you have to make your own chart like this, that okay, for real analysis they used to ask 15 to 20 questions, so I have to give much time on this topic. For linear algebra they used to ask 15 to 20 questions, so I have to give this much time on this topic. And for example, they used to ask a class 0 to 2 question, means sometimes they do not ask question from classical mechanics, so I have to give a less time on this topic. So you have to classify first of the which topic is much more important for you and how much you have to give time. So your plan for this is like that, what should be your time and which topics you have to prefer. And at last, whenever you are preparing, also make an evaluation, that is self evaluation, that how much you have prepared and whatever you have studied, where you are landing, that is you are on low level or high level or medium level, means you are able to crack but not securing the good rank, so you are in on boundary. So for that you have to much more or improve. And also for preparation, discuss with your friends. As I used to do that for CSIR-NET or SET or GET, I focus on previous year questions and also discuss with my friends that okay, this type of question I used to ask in this year, and again same type of question, we only change the numerical value, they again ask in this question, so this year. So how we have to solve if this type of question are used to ask in current year? Okay, so this type of a strategy you can follow for your preparation, but your practice of previous year question is much more important. So these are some my suggestion as per my experience. Okay, so any doubt anyone can ask. Thank you, sir. Any question or any if anyone have can raise or ask.
Sure, sir. Just wait, sir. We are searching the YouTube. So many of the participants joined through the YouTube stream. We are waiting for the chat box. So some of the participants ask this PPT, the PowerPoint presentation.
Sir, I think this PPT is not much more important. I have just mentioned some points. What should you have to keep in mind when you are preparing? However, I will send it to you. You can share. I have no problem.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I am much more thankful to Mr. M. Gnanasankar, Director of INMPA, and because his initiative towards helping the students, it is one of the great work, because nowadays or in today's world, most of the people are busy in their own work. But you and your team who were working with you, together with Infinity and BET community, you plan to help TNSET students and provide a coaching on free. That is one of the great initiatives, sir. So I am thankful, and I also wish all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. You are the best role model for us. You have already. Whenever I see your website, I have a big inspiration. So really, it's a wonderful coordination, yeah, sir. You have a good website, that Kalika Max, so that provide the entire details of NET and as well as all other competitive examinations. Really, we are inspired that website, and also you are the right person for today's session. Really, thank you, sir, for accepting my invitation, and also you have joined. So we'll provide the entire details, and you have provide the good motivation for our young aspirants, so that there will be a good initiative for the today's session, sir. So today we have a notification, and today the TNSET online applications are opened. So all the aspects are really interested to attend after 6 years of this period. Okay, so really thank you, sir. We need your entire support to clear all the participants for this specific TNSET examination. So we need your full cooperations, and also we need your support as well, sir.
Surely, sir, whatever possible to me, I will try to help. And because I am very happy that some people are existing who is thinking about others, that how we can help others, whatever possible to us.
Yeah.
Because this is, sir, one of the good thing, and I appreciate personally it as your initiative for Indian mathematics professors. It is also one of the good thing that you have made a platform where all the professors are connected. And as you mentioned that in future we will arrange some webinars or conference. I will also try to help there, and I have some experience. Maybe my experience will be helpful for you. So and for that, I am also eagerly waiting that whenever your webinar or conference will be started. I am just waiting.
Sure.
Yes.
Really, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session, sir. It's an eye-opening session for all the aspirants. Thank you so much. And I welcome Mr. M. Gnanasankar, Director of Indian Mathematics Professor Association, to give a special address. Sir, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope this is audible now. Dear TNSET aspirants, so I thank our beloved resource persons of today's session, Magadevan Chandramouli sir. So he is our advisor for Indian Mathematics Professors Associations. Also, he is a personal mentor. He provide many inputs for our mathematical community. And also, I thank Dr. Kalika Prasad sir. So a good personality, so down to earth person. So he is also the main person for this initiative. So I'm much interested about the TNSET and as well as NET examination. He is the inspiration for initiative of this particular session. And also I thank Dr. Annamalai sir. So he is joined soon. So he is also one of the motivation for our entire Indian Mathematics Professors Association, and as well as Infinity Research and Development Institute. And also I thank Kanagaraj Ramaswamy, and he is one of the eminent person. He is a good down-to-earth person. So he is also the good role model for us. And also I thank Renuka Devi ma'am from BAA. So he is also one of the eminent person, and he is provide many inputs for this session. And also I thank really I should thank Dr. Jaybal and Sangeeta. So she is also one of the reason for this today's session. So she is take care of many things for the today's session, and the entire workforce is to deliver a good content for TNSET preparation.